How to begin a professional email in English? Well, there's a wrong way. I see these mistakes all the time, and the greeting is the first thing your reader sees when they open your email. So if you get it wrong, you risk making a bad impression. But it can be tricky. You might think, do I use hi, hello, dear? Do I use the person's first name, last name? What if I don't know the person's name? But don't worry, I'm going to answer all of these questions in this video so that you can make a strong professional impression with every email that you send. So when you're starting a business email, you need two things: the right salutation and the person's name followed by a comma. But there's a lot of variation there. It can be complicated because it all depends on the situation and the level of formality. So I'm going to break it down here. Let's start with step one, how to choose the right salutation. I made this chart here to make it easy for us, so we're going to fill it in together so you'll know what to do for more formal emails as well as less formal emails. Now, the standard way to begin a professional email is with the word dear. Now, dear is the more formal salutation to use, but it's always appropriate, it's always safe. So if you're in doubt, if you don't know which salutation to use, you don't know how formal the situation really is, just use dear and you'll always be fine. Do not write hello dear. That is for close family and friends. That is not appropriate for a business context. Also, never add an S, no matter how many people you're writing to. It's always just dear. D-E-A-R. Now, in less formal situations, we have a couple different options. A lot of people assume that in business communication, you always have to be really formal and buttoned up, but that's really just not the case in most workplaces today. So you can use hello or hi. Now, hi is the most friendly way to begin an email. It's the warmest way to begin an email. You can usually always use this if you're emailing people within your organization, even if you've never met them before, especially in the US. This is the salutation that I use the most often personally. Right, now in this video, we're just talking about how to begin a business email, but of course you want to be sure that the rest of your email sounds really strong and professional as well, right? So to help you do that, I have put together a new email phrase book. It's got more than 200 phrases for everyday email situations. So you can stress less, lose the fear, and just feel more confident when you're writing your emails. I put a link in the description below. Go check it out. So now that we've chosen the right salutation for our email, we now have to follow that with the person's name. So let's take a look at how to address people in the proper way. Let's go back to our chart. Now, most often in business communication today, we address each other by our first names, even if you've never met the person before. In an English-speaking environment, it's not very common to address somebody by their last name, Mr. last name, Ms. last name. That would really only be in super formal situations. But if it is an extremely formal situation, you use the salutation dear, because that's our formal option. Follow that with the appropriate title for the person, and then the person's last name only, not their first and last name, just the last name only, comma. So it's dear Mr. last name, comma, or dear Ms. last name, comma. The exception here, if you're unsure about the person's gender or if you know that the person doesn't identify as either gender, skip the title entirely and then you can use the person's first name and last name. So it would be dear first name, last name, comma. Now, if it's a less formal email that you're writing, start with either hello or hi and then use the person's first name only, followed by the comma. So hello, Alex, comma, hi, Alex, comma. And just remember, for all cases, we always put a comma after the person's name. What if you're writing to a group of people? So if you're writing to a group of people, choose the appropriate salutation, whether it's dear, hello, or hi, and follow that with the word all or the word team, comma. So for example, dear all, comma, or hi team, comma. What if I don't know the person's name? Well, first of all, it's always best to personalize your email if you want someone to read it and take action, right? So I always suggest that you try to find the person's name first. That's pretty easy nowadays. We have LinkedIn, we have Google. But if you absolutely can't find it, depending on the level of formality, use dear, hello, or hi, and then add the company name or the department name, comma. So for example, dear Microsoft team, comma. Or if you work for a really big organization and you need to email another team internally, you could say something like hello finance team, comma. Now, a couple of greetings I do not recommend. Dear sir or dear sirs. So never ever start an email like this because it could be inaccurate. Think about all of the women out there who are working or people who don't identify as a sir. So this is very old-fashioned, outdated, so best to avoid it. To whom it may concern. First off, it is super impersonal. It's probably the most impersonal way to begin an email. And truth be told, we don't really use this in true business communication when we're working with people, when you're emailing somebody about a potential business opportunity, or if you're emailing someone within your own organization that you've never met before. This is more for customer service inquiries, or maybe if you're writing to the government. So I recommend avoiding this one as well. Okay guys, so again, now you know the right way to begin a business email, but again, I'll say check out my email phrasebook to make sure that the rest of your email sounds really strong and professional as well. Link is in the description. And maybe you're in kind of a video mode today, maybe you're in the mood to binge some other videos. Check out this one right here because I have some more email phrases to make your email writing really strong. Okay guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you in this video next.